All right, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. We're going to continue with unit number 2, experiences, lesson letter C. I have heard is good. This is for English FLG 011, Advanced English, what? Number 1. Very well, so let's jump right into it. Today's video is going to be much more focused on conversation and speaking than grammar itself. All right, so what are going to be the contents of the lesson? Two things: how to use do you, did you, or have you to show what? To show interest that you are invested in whatever you are talking about or whatever you are hearing right now. And to keep a conversation, keep it wow, keep it going. So you're not going to have those awkward silences. All right? So, pretty well. Let's go right there. Keeping a conversation going. How can you show interest and keeping a conversation going? Pay attention to the following conversation. Have you seen the new Nicole Kidman movie? No, I haven't. No, but I heard about it. Now, everybody, listen to me. Uh, with Miss Francesca, probably you have faced before what is a short answer. All right, like no, I haven't. That's good. That's all good and dandy. No issues with that at all. But, and that's grammatically correct, by the way. But what is the issue here? What is not the problem, but the area that requires improvement? A short answer is just that, short, and leads to a short conversation. If you ever hope to take an examination, international examination such as FCE or CAE or whatever, you will know that short answers are not the best way to go. So, whenever you are asked about something, try to provide a more complete answer. In a previous video, I give you the suggestion of try to talk for about 5 seconds straight, all right? Uh, I hope you're trying to keep with that because in that way you're going to be able to extend the length of any given conversation. All right? So, for example, have you seen the new Nicole Kidman movie? No, but I have heard about it. What about if we say no, but I have heard about it? The critics say that it's actually quite good, but not as good as the prequel, or not as good as the other movie. You know which one? The one with the one with Tom Cruise, for example. That's enough. And there you go, a longer, more complex idea, and you can continue a conversation. Remember, the idea here is for you to talk as much as possible without exaggerating, so you can show off your level of English and practice both pronunciation and fluency. Okay, everybody. So keep the conversation going. Now I'm going to read the conversation for the purposes of what? The purposes of, there we go, the purposes of practicing pronunciation. So let's go. Pay attention to the following conversation. Debra, have you seen any good movies lately? Hall. Well, I just saw the new Jim Carrey movie. Have you seen it? No, but I've heard it's good. Did you like it? Yeah, it was incredibly funny. Do you like comedies? Yeah, I had to go see it. I love Jim Carrey. Do you? Hmm. Are you a Will Smith fan? Hmm. I've heard of him. Is he good? Yeah, I have seen some of his movies. Have you? Oh, look. Here's a Will Smith film. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Do you want to go? Yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for a comedy. All right? Very well. Now, what is what I want you to notice? And here you can pay attention to there. It even says notice. How Debra and Hall keep the conversation going. They say things like, I have heard, it's good to show interest, and then ask a question. Find another examples in the conversation. All right. Now, dear students, in this case, here you have like a here you have an example that, of course, has to do with continue the conversation and so on and so forth. All right. But I would like to propose you other ideas so you can keep up. You can continue an idea. All right. But you can continue a conversation and you can have feedback from the other person who is engaging in that conversation. For example, you may ask, "What about you? What do you think?" As far as I know, or you may say, "In my opinion," but what about you? You tell me. All right, and you can use those. Okay, so now we have an activity. What do we have to do? We have to match the statement with a particular response. Once again, I'm going to read it for the purposes of practicing pronunciation. So, number one, my favorite movie is Spirited Away. Have you seen it? Number two, have you ever eaten a durian? Number three, do you know the new band called Sunset? They are great. They are really great. Number four, one of my favorite restaurants is Silk Road. Have you ever eaten there? And the alternatives. It's a fruit, right? I never tried it. What does it taste like? No, but I've walked by it. What kind of food do they serve? C. No, but I have heard good things about them. Do you have any of their CDs? And D. I have heard of it. What's it about? Alright, so now pause the video and complete the activities. I'm gonna wait. Okay, let's continue. So here we have the answer key, in case you want to check. Okay, everybody. So, as I told you before, one of the focus of today's video is for us to differentiate between do you, have you, and did you. All right. So what it is, do you. See, have you, de verdad lo hiciste, and did you in the past tense. Okay, so you can show interest by responding with a short question like do you, have you, and use the same tense as the person. For example, let us say that I am talking to you about a book that I really like. All right. Well, in my case, for example, I really like Lovecraft books. Like Shadow over Innsmouth or Call of Cthulhu. It's rather nerdy. It's really rather nerdy on my behalf, but that's what I like. That's what I am into. So maybe you really don't care about that kind of books, or you think they are they are awful, they are the worst, or they are boring, or just nonsensical. All right, because of the target topic is not your cup of tea, but you want to continue the conversation going. So I told you I might say something to you like, oh, I'm really into this kind of eldritch horror kind of books. I have read a lot of those. And you may answer back with something like, have you? Oh, that's very interesting. Tell me more about it. Again, maybe you don't even care about that, but the idea is for you to keep going. All right. So now let's go to the next activity. Okay, so complete the conversations with the response questions like do you, are you, did you, or have you. All right. So we have you ever gone up in a hot air balloon? No, I'm scared of heights. Me too. I get sick of airplanes too. Mm. I am the same way. I hate flying. Number 2. Have you ever performed in front of an audience? Yes, I have. Actually, I do it all the time. Uh, wow. Yeah, I am a drummer in a jazz band. Uh, I'm impressed. Now, what I want you to do, pause the video, complete activities using do you, are you, did you, or have you. I'm gonna wait. Okay, everybody, so let us check the answers. Letter A, are you? B, do you? A, do you? And A, are you? Now, everybody, I want us to practice. I want us to. I want to give. I want to give you some practical advice. What do I mean with that? When you engage in a conversation, try for the conversation to be at least 1 minute. You may ask me, but teacher, how we are going to know how much is a minute while we're talking? Should we have like our wristwatches all the time, like paying attention to the time and to the time and following like schedule? No, not at all. In fact, that is going to be very detrimental for the overall process of you trying to share ideas. All the tips we have discussed in this far in order for us to continue conversations, they are all good and dandy. They are excellent. All right. But, uh, but the main piece of advice I could give you is for you to be natural. Now, I told you that try to talk for about 1 minute, and for the most part, that requires or that equates to a total of 5 to 6 different interactions between people. All right. If you pay attention here, if I read if I read the conversation again, but slowly, like regular people would do, I would take about 1 minute, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. All right. But the idea is that you should be trying to interact with your partner at least 4 or 5 times, and there you have more or less a short conversation. All right. Very well. So we're going to finish this video focusing on tips for conversations here. Tell Miss Francesca whatever you need, and I'll be here in the internet. Take care and be well.